Great Lakes Classic. This afternoon's contest is with the visiting Riverside High School versus the home Holy Name High School. At this time, I'd like to introduce the stars of both teams. Introducing first the visiting Riverside High School. Riverside High School Beavers are coached by head coach, Coach Rendell. Introducing first, wearing number 15, sophomore Kyle Harden. Introducing next for the Beavers, wearing number 5, junior Colin Durkin. Introducing next for Riverside, wearing number 13, junior Ashton Montgomery. Introducing next for the Beavers, wearing number 23, junior Matt Reese. And last but not least for Riverside, wearing number 1, senior Brady Benedictine. And now to introduce the starters for the home Holy Name Green Wave. The Green Wave are coached by head coach Coach Pat. Introducing first for the Green Wave, wearing number 0, junior Julian Brady. Introducing next for the Green Wave, wearing number 1, junior Christino. Introducing next for the Green Wave, wearing number 3, junior Drew Steyer. Introducing next for Holy Name, wearing number 4, junior Matt Cohen. And last but not least, for the Green Wave, wearing number 12, senior Adam Hewitt.
Cleveland Heights High School, home of the Cleveland Heights Tigers. This is Great Lakes Classic Basketball and Holy Name Basketball, and your home for all Holy Name Sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast between the 0-0 Riverside Painesville Beavers and the 0-0 Holy Name Green Wave. I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Riverside getting a quick start today, and that shot no good from Durkin, and the putback is good. So the Riverside opening the scoring courtesy of Matt Priest, the sophomore. Holy Name now on offense. Humanick, fadeaway jump shot. That one good from the senior Humanick.
Yeah, good right there by Humanick, going in and shooting the ball.
As Riverside gets the ball back here. Great to be back with you, Michael, here. It's been a while since you've been on. I think it was the Benedictine game where we lost in the playoffs last time you were on the mic.
Yeah, that was the last time I was on the mic, and good to be back with you once again for basketball, Nate.
Hoping to see another win, add number 22 to the count of the wins that we've seen. Floater from Ignite is good. Riverside regains the lead.
Real aggressive play there. You saw out on the middle of the court there.
Camargo coughs it up. That one kicked out. Durkin inside the paint. That shot floating, no good. Putback opportunity will go and be an and one for the Beavers. Braden McKnight puts it back. Hit him with the 4 points on the night. Now Riverside gets the first two possession lead of the night.
Got to be tough on the defensive glass, Holy Name. Got to get those defensive rebounds. Can't allow offensive putbacks.
Now let's go back to that Benedictine game. The main thing that killed Holy Name in that game as McKnight sinks the courtesy stripe shot there. Rebounding was a big issue in that game. Camargo has to get it to Freeman, and Coach Patton forced to call timeout early in this game as they couldn't get the ball. A press coming from the Beavers, and they have looked sharp right out of the game. 7-2 lead for them. I mean, Michael, we're going to talk about it before the game, but they kind of cut right into the contest without the national anthem. looking at last year, you lost 4 seniors of your Holy Name. If you're Riverside, Painesville, you lost 5. Who needs to step up if you're Holy Name, looking at this roster and looking at how many new guys they've come into the rotation? I mean, not talking about just JV to varsity, you also have the 2 transfers, Freeman and Camargo.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the roster here, clearly you see your number 1 player coming back would be Adam Humanek, your senior for this year. So I really see him take a bigger role on this team than he did last year, but him really step up and show him being a leader, as he is a captain on this team.
One of the 3 captains, him along with Max Bolin and Drew Stiers, his Holy Name, looks to get things going once again. That pass from Stiers picked off by the Beavers. A 9-2 run to begin the game for the Riverside Painesville Beavers. Ashton Montgomery adds to the scoring. The press, Stiers just trying to get it out of their own half. They're able to do so for the first time in 2 possessions. Humanek directing traffic, getting Freeman a set of screen. Humanek launches the triple. Bang from Adam Humanek outside the arc. Holy Name's first triple of the new year. Riverside, they're not letting up on the gas. They're trying to get some points right away once again. Fadeaway shot there from Harden, no good. Freeman tips it to Stiers. Stiers gonna cough it up there. Nice steal there from Durkin. Puts up the floater, no good. Stiers gets the defensive rebound. Stiers being double teamed, steps out of bounds, but gets rid of it just in time. Camargo, that might be a charge, and it is.
No, you're gonna get a block. That's a block. Defensive foul. They'll stay Holy Name's possession.
Holy Name needs to be more careful on those. It kind of looks like it was kind of leading their potential charge of Holy Name. They just need to get it going now.
We can take this advantage of them trying to press the ball, get the ball up the court, get somebody up court, and get those free easy buckets inside, because they're gonna have nobody back there because everyone's back court trying to press the ball and get easy buckets for them.
Humanek, another triple. Another bang from Adam Humanek. His tally goes to 6 on the night. 2 threes, 2 makes in a row from Adam Humanek. Holy Name back within 1. And like you said a couple minutes ago, a key player for Holy Name this year, Adam Humanek. 2 threes in a row. That shot good from McKnight as Stiers falls to the court. Stiers takes up, gives Maxwell Bolin back this year, and that one will be a foul against, I believe, Matt Priest of the Beavers. Max Bolin, a big part of Holy Name's team last year. The last game he played early January against the Normandy Invaders. How much of an impact does he need to play for this team if they want to be successful this year?
He's going to have to be a big impact in this game, as you lose some big scoring leaders to going off to college there.
Stiers, that jump shot, no good. Rebound by McKnight. McKnight so far 7 points on the night out of the 11 from Riverside. Montgomery kicks it out. Durkin attempts a triple. Bang for Colin Durkin. Riverside now up by 6. Riverside, they like driving to the hoop a decent amount, but a nice 3 there from Durkin. Gives them a 6-point lead. Freeman, that shot no good. Stiers, the putback. That one is good from the junior, Drew Stiers. His first bucket of the new season.
Yeah, that's Drew from right last year. That's his bread and butter. Being there on the offensive glass, going up to get the putback.
A familiar face and a new face set to check in. Lewis, the familiar face, and Aiden Butler, the new face, set to check in. That triple, good from the Beavers. That one, Kyle Harden from downtown. And once again, the press is coming here. That one, Montgomery gets a hand on it. Durkin comes down with it. Harden, another 3 from Harden. That one no good. Bolin boxes out Montgomery and gets it chucked down court. Camargo, the John Hay transfer. That one's good.
Right there, that's how you get the press. Get the ball up the court quickly. You saw 2 guys drop back, and they're both wide open because everyone's worried about getting the ball back on their side.
And it looks like we're in for a treat today. So far, a 17-12 Riverside lead halfway through the first. McKnight drives, that one good for the senior Brady McKnight. Riverside continuing the press. Bolin coughs it up. That one, McKnight going for it. Humanek now on the floor trying to get it. That will be a jump ball. Nice job there from Humanek, just diving in there to keep possession for Holy Name. Fighting against Matt Priest to keep possession. And it will work out as Holy Name will get the jump ball for this one. Substitutions being made now as Butler and Lewis check in for the first time as Freeman along with Camargo go to the sidelines.
Right there, that's just a hustle play. That's Holy Name needs to beat them at hustle plays.
Talk about Drew Stiers' bread and butter a minute ago. Talk about Adam Humanek's bread and butter. Hustle and 3. That is what he does. Stiers to the basket. That one good from the junior Drew Stiers.
Yeah, he's really been working on that in the offseason, and it shows right there.
He's going to need to keep doing that if Holy Name wants to have success tonight. Down 5 in the opening frame. Durkin pulls back, kicks Priest. Fresh traffic, McKnight on 9 points already in the first quarter. Match on the up against the smaller Butler. That one no good. Lewis gets the board. Stiers keeps it in bounds barely as he leans over the sideline. Aiden Butler, his first involvement, kicks corner. Humanick, can he go 3 for 3? He can! Adam Humanick, 9 points on the night. Time out, Riverside!
Right there, that's Adam Humanick back in the corner with 3, just where he likes to be.
It's like Coach Lanzas here in the flesh doing all those corner threes. And that will take our first timeout of the night. Holy Name down by 2, 19-17 to the Riverside Beavers. We'll be back on in a moment. Both teams back on the court out of Riverside's timeout. Holy Name down 19-17. The Riverside Painesville Beavers. You're just tuning in. I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. And so far today, an exciting game. Both teams doing plenty of offense. And that one intercepted by Bolin on the tip. Stiers. Tie game! Drew Stiers goes directly to the rim. Give him 6 points on the afternoon.
Yeah, right there. Being aggressive out of the timeout.
Montgomery and Bolin reaches. And that'll be a foul on Maxwell Bolin.
You saw Riverside come out of the gate very aggressive. Holy Name trying to match that aggression here in the later half of the first quarter.
Definitely expect to see a lot of that aggression continue here. You see guys like Durkin and McKnight especially like to drive to the hoop and a lot of physicality being shown. When Freeman was in the game, it was him. But now Joe Lewis, so far 1 defensive board on the night. He looks for another one here. The drive there from Kirks. Holy Name, it will go out against them as Riverside will keep possession. Coach Patton not happy about that call.
I
Don't blame him.
Wow, I really thought that was out on Riverside. Wow.
Riverside working with our second life, try to get back to work. Kirks, hands Durkin.
Again, Holy Name in that man-to-man defense that they were very good in last year.
It'll be Butler on Durdella. Durdella looking for an option. Montgomery overlaps. Drives to the rim. That one no good. Lewis, another defensive board.
Yeah, they're trying to keep him out of the paint.
Bolin from downtown. That one no good. Riverside keeps it in. It'll be Kirks to take it up the court for the Beavers. Durkin somehow keeps it in play. Tries to pass it back, but Lewis outstretched takes it in. Stiers going to stay in his own half. Controversially there.
Yeah.
Now they're going to need to do something there.
They got to be. They were doing really good fast pace. I don't know why he slowed it down.
That pass from Stiers picked up by the Beavers. As there's still a 19-all game here as the first quarter winds down to the basket. Durkin regains the Riverside lead for the Beavers.
Yeah, Holy Name had a great couple of minutes going there. They had a lot of momentum. Keep it going. Keep pushing the ball down the court. That was working really well for them.
Under the hoop, that pass back to Max Bolin. Bolin, he'll drive it himself now on Kirks. That one, no good. Lewis fighting for it. McKnight corrals. Here come the Beavers. Durdella, match against Butler, kicks. A triple from Durkin. That one, no good. Lewis, a third defensive board of the first quarter.
Great play there by Butler. Going up, stopping the ball, getting people back on defense, and securing that defensive rebound. That's what we've been able to do.
Bolin pulls from downtown. Bang! Maxwell Bolin, Holy Name's first lead of the afternoon. Been waiting to call his name on a scoring play. It's been a while. It's been since January, but welcome back to the score sheet, Maxwell Bolin.
Yeah, good to see him back too.
Holy Name each year always has a good crop of transfers. They've had it over the last couple of years, and now this year it'll be Freeman and Camargo trying to replicate what Max Bolin was able to do last year. Riverside look like they're aiming for the final shot of the quarter. I don't blame them for doing this. I'm kind of surprised they're not trying to be more aggressive with it and try to drive and get another basket, but I don't mind the move at all.
No, Holy Name's had a couple of strong minutes at the back half of this half, and they're trying to get the ball.
That shot from Durdell, no good. Humanick, the prayer, no good off of the backboard. But a nice block in there. I think Joe Lewis got a piece of that shot there from Durkin on the drive.
That was a great way to end the first quarter for Holy Name.
And a great way to take us into the break. Holy Name up by 1 at the end of 1 at Cleveland Heights High School. We'll be back on in a minute. Second quarter of play here at Cleveland Heights High School. Holy Name right at the end took a 1-point lead courtesy of a Maxwell Bowen triple from downtown. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Michael Oleksik. And so far, both these teams have had to grapple with trying to replace their stars from last year's team. Looking at Riverside, you lost the likes of Austin Lee, averaged 12 points a game and 7.7 rebounds per game. Go to Cleveland.com's top senior player of the year, Charlie Fox, 17.2, now plays at Case Western. Peyton Burnett, Gavin Davenport, and Jake Elly. Riverside's done a nice job of doing so, replacing those guys. And we talked about it in the car on the way here. Everyone else on this roster was on it last year.
Yeah, and that really benefits Riverside because they had that varsity experience and some great defense there by Joe Lewis.
You talk about Riverside, even in their football team, a lot of returners each year, and that's why they've been so successful over the past couple of years. This Holy Name will take the ball.
What a great defensive possession to open up the second quarter there for Holy Name. Getting the ball back. And here you're going to see a little bit of a press. And both teams Riverside really came out really aggressive, and Holy Name has matched that so far in the later half of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter.
We need to continue to match that. Down or up by 1 now. Butler matching up against Montgomery. Bolin tries to pass it inside to Lewis, but right into the brick wall of Des Kirks. Kirks to the corner. Jordello the 3. That one in and out, no good. Bolin takes it and almost gets stripped by Montgomery. Keeps it. Bolin from behind barely keeps it as well. Bolin pulls up the jumper. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Here comes Riverside, an opportunity to score, to take the lead once again. That shot from Montgomery, no good. Butler fighting for the rebound. It kicks around. Lucky now to have a kickball there. And now falling on it is Drew Stiers. And I believe Coach Patton got timeout.
That's timeout by Coach Patton there.
And talk about coaches in Northeast Ohio with the IQ. Talk about coaching. It's one thing to coach a team, but it's another thing to manage the game. Coach Patton, we've seen it over the last couple of games. Like, I don't know how many of you were a part of last year, but every game he was able to use the timeouts not as just to kind of slow down the tempo, but to kind of keep possession for Holy Name. And that is what Coach Patton is really good. And hopefully now in the timeout emphasizes some good things. And that's where I turn it to you. What is he emphasizing in the huddle?
Well, first of all, that was a great use of the timeout right there. You get possession, still a 1-point game from the end of that first quarter. And he's really emphasizing we got to stay aggressive. We were very aggressive, and that really worked well for us coming out of that 14-8 deficit that they created in the beginning of that first quarter. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And you see Andrew Cole check in for the first time.
And Andrew Cole, a.k.a. QB1, one of 2 quarterbacks actually on these rosters. The other one being Mike Maloney, the quarterback with 10 offers as of right now for the Beavers. I don't believe he is suited today, so we will not be seeing him. He'll make his season debut later on. Cole inside the arc, drives. And that shot no good, but it will be a foul as Cole will go to the charity stripe looking for his first varsity bucket.
That's going to be something that I think we're going to use all year with Andrew Cole and his physicality and his strength. That he'll be that big man inside that we kind of missed last year.
And you look at what he describes himself as 6'4", 215. Is that accurate? I'm going to say no. But still, just the physicality he can do. And you saw it when he ran. He did not run like a quarterback, as that one is good from Andrew Cole. But he did not run like a quarterback. He ran like a running back, like a Belushi, like Christian Sanchez was, and is not afraid to get physical. So especially that can be helpful, because looking at the lineup right now, he's playing the center position.
Yeah, he'll be that missed physicality element that you didn't have last year.
We're going to definitely need that physicality in that Benedictine game, looking at the most recent one we did. Kirks on Cole. That will be an and one as Cole surrenders the foul. Now tied up at 23-all. And there's the downside of the physicality.
Yeah.
You got to have that balance between you're good at physicality and you're doing too much.
I think we're going to see Riverside really try to press him a lot because as Andrew Cole being one of your stronger, more physical players, they're going to make him work inside. And a good rebound there by Drew.
Stiers just jumping over Andrew Cole there to grab that rebound to keep it 23-all. Bolin off of the screen from Cole. He's going to drive to the basket. That one, good from Maxwell Bolin. Make it a 2-point lead once again for the Green Wave.
A good drive inside there. Cole setting the screen. They're working in unison.
McKnight goes to the hoop. That one off the front of the rim. Kicks out. Durdella. And that will be a foul, I believe, against the Green Wave.
I think it's on Cole again.
That'll be Cole's second of his short
it's on
afternoon.
Drew.
That'll be Stiers' first foul of the game, and now that will send Joey Durdella, the junior, to the free throw line.
Yeah, rebounding is going to be very emphasized. We emphasized that last year a lot. Rebounding, very important.
But if you look at the two games Hoynham lost, is that shot no good. You look at Strongsville and you look at Benedictine. Strongsville, a lot of tall kids. The kid I'm going to mention here, Cal Klinsing, off the bench, a really tall kid. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5", something along those lines. Hoynham did not have anyone to match with. Christino, I don't believe, was active at that point in that game. That shot in and out, and going back in, actually. A lucky shot there from Durdella goes in. But you look at last year's, the guys who left. Keegan Fernlund, known for his scoring. Pineiro, known for his scoring. Peter Christino, known for rebounding in that one game to put up 21. And then finally, Joey Abraham, the field general.
Yeah.
You lost those guys, and you gain a lot more physicality. But still, we're looking for that main scorer as Stiers jumps up, gets it underneath the hoop. Good ball movement by Hoynham now on this possession. Cole the screen. Bolin, step back three. That one off the front of the rim. Cole the putback. That one's good from the senior quarterback and, well, basically center for Hoynham.
Yeah, right there. That's what you need it for. Get big bodies inside, pound the offensive glass.
And even if the skill is not there, technical basketball IQ is not there, if anyone can teach it, it's Coach Patton. That one off of the knee of Maxwell Bolin will be an inbound for the Beavers. As Camargo subs back into the game, as Adam Humanek will go to the bench for the first time tonight. Humanek, he's played well so far, 3 for 3 on the shots he's taken. He's taking not a lot of shots, but a lot of high IQ shots. Kolar kicks, Priest driving, loses it. Here comes Maxwell Bolin in the Green Wave on a fast break. Bolin, Stiers inside. It's good by Drew Stiers.
That was beautiful. That's what we need to do all night. Get the turnover, push the ball up court, but we got to get back on defense there.
That shot good from Kolar. That's what Hoynham did when Riverside was pressing, but Riverside turns it back to them.
Don't take a break. That's basketball IQ. Don't take a break. 100% all the time.
And if you're exhausted, this is the team deep enough that you can take a break. Corner three for Stiers. That one airballed into the hands of Harden. McKnight will take it up the court for the Beavers, down by 3. Priest to tie it. No good, that one in and out. Stiers, fast break, he has Priest trailing him. Stiers, that one is good from Drew Stiers. Once again, take him now to double digits on the night.
Yeah, something Hoynham's always emphasized has been their defense. They've used their defense to create offense. Their defensive rebound, create offense. Being aggressive on fast breaks, that's what they need to do. They're going to do that again this year.
McKnight bobbles, gets it back from Kolar. McKnight, corner. That one from Brown, no good. Rebounded by Andrew Cole, just holding it over the head there of Kyle Harden.
Right there, that's that physicality and that tall person inside that you need.
Camargo in the ball, and that one off of a shoe. As here come the Beavers. McKnight bobbles it. Butler trying to get in there. He jars it for a second, but he retains it. Matt Priest now on Butler. Bowen gets in there. And Hoynham not happy with the call there.
I didn't think he had the ball when that happened.
Defensive foul. Michael, what did you see on that possession there?
Well, one, Hoynham got back on defense. That was great. That's what we need to do all the time. Get back on defense, set up, because your defense is great. You build off your defense. You create your offense with your defense. Defense wins championships. That's what they all say.
As a Seahawks fan, I maintain that. That shot, no good. The putback from Durkin, that one's good.
I know, the Seahawks only ever have a good offense. What about their defense?
Good O-line, good O-line. Never had that.
Yeah, but their offense is still pretty good.
Discussion for another day. Butler to Bolin. Bolin, he pulls up for the triple. That one, no good. Cole getting in for the rebound.
That's a foul on Drew, I think, then, maybe. Or on Cole.
Cole for trying to get an off-ball foul as Humanick and Lewis sub in for Butler.
Just trying to be aggressive and go for that offensive glass, which is more than helpful because I feel like he's going to be one of those people that's super aggressive throughout the whole time, and as you see Coach talking to him now.
Let's take a second here. Aiden Butler, not really anything on the score sheet, but he's done an excellent job today, given that he didn't play, or we don't know his ability last year with St. Ed's. He didn't play that bad. I'm really impressed with him. Camargo, that shot, no good. The putback from Bolin, no good. Lewis bobbles out of play.
Got to take advantage of those fast break points. Got to have those, especially layups. Got to have layups.
So back to Butler and looking at Cole as well. Did they impress you?
Oh, dramatically. Butler was clear on defense that he was one heck of a defender. And that's how Drew made his spot here on varsity. And Drew's been working on his offense all offseason.
He goes down inside the paint. It won't matter. Humanick will take it here, being double teamed. And here comes that press once again by Riverside. Goes into the bench and into the lap of Julian Freeman. Hohenheim will inbound. But look at Hohenheim's roster here. 7 newcomers technically. I'm going to give credit to maybe one of them being suiting for varsity last year and Brody Boyer. The other one, Julian Freeman, Camargo, Colin Hall Johnson, Aiden Butler, Andrew Cole. Not on varsity last year. That shot is good. And an and one for the Green Wave. Maxwell Bolin does a nice job through the physicality.
Yeah, they've been able to match Riverside's aggression and physicality up to this point. And even, I would say, Hohenheim's been even more physical, pounding the offensive glass and the defensive glass, especially when Andrew Cole got into this game. As you saw, the aggression went through the roof.
That shot is good from Bolin. Hohenheim now up by 6, the biggest lead of the night and the biggest lead that Riverside had. But looking at this score sheet right now on there, all but I believe it is 4 points are on the court. And yeah. I believe they all came from Andrew Cole potentially.
That might be one thing we see later in the year where we see more offensive depth maybe. But I think that Hohenheim's defense is going to be so elite that that's what's going to keep them in games and that's what's going to win them games.
They really set a low bar for the offense. We'll talk about that one in a second. That one kicked out. The 3 there from Ignite, no good, and will go out of play. But an excellent effort from Priest to try to keep it in play. We're not going to take away from Matt Priest there. One heck of an effort. Kind of Adam Humanick has to start diving for it.
Yeah, but going back to that, once again, one heck of a defensive possession. Hohenheim's defense has been, ever since the beginning of that first quarter, they weren't that great. But after that, they've been remarkable. That is what has gotten them in this game.
And let's just say Hohenheim scored 60 points in every game last year. They would, I believe, lost 4 games and tied 1. Their defense creates the offense and lets the offense, if they have an off day, still thrive. I mean, thinking of that CCC game especially. Camargo inside, that one, no good. Rebound there by Montgomery.
Offensive layups, man. Gotta convert on those. Gotta convert on those layups.
And after that layup being missed, it will translate to a foul shot.
Foul, yeah.
2 foul shots now. That the 1-on-1 rule. Let's just say it as it is. The dumb 1-on-1 rule is gone.
I kind of like that. I mean,
I get the reasoning behind it, but I like how they're doing it. Wait, is that shot good from Montgomery? But it'll be definitely something to watch in each game this year. If it'll end up mattering in the final score. I don't think it will really, but you never know.
You very well could get those real close scores. As you see the great defense of Aiden Butler back in.
And if we're talking about those close games, I'm circling December 12th against Lou West for a close game. I believe that'll be one of Hohenheim's hardest fought games this year.
A matchup of that great game we saw last year.
Bolin moves it. That one put back immediately by Harden.
Just lots of concentration. Stay concentrated.
Bolin taking up the center of the court. Bobbles gets it to Lewis. And that one's a nice shot from Joe Lewis off of the physicality shown by Bolin. He got smacked to the ground, but Lewis puts it away. Joe Lewis, his first basket of the day, but his rebounding has been excellent. He's really improved from last year. We saw him in a major role against CCC onward, being that rebounder, and he's really grown into that role this year, it seems, so far.
Yeah, you've seen him, his defending go up a lot. He had to travel the floor before anything else, yeah. Again, Hohenheim's defense, once again.
And that could be last we see of the defense in this first half, depending what Coach Patton wants here. Looking at the clock, there is 33 seconds left to go in the half.
I think, well, obviously they're going to do a full court press again. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Patton. He wanted to see what they were going to do, I feel like, and then wanted to call a timeout there.
But right now, if you're Holy Name, is 33-8 enough time to run out the rest of the clock, or do you want to see something? Where's the?
That's up to Coach Patton. I mean, that's why he called timeout. He wants to decide what he's going to do here. Maybe they go for a quick score, try to get something up the floor. If they can't, they're going to slow it up and maybe probably take the last shot. Then that's what I would do.
I would definitely see that. But if you're coaching, and say that you were the coach in here, what is your time to get to where you take the final shot, given the circumstances of no shot clock?
If you don't get something right away, easy layup, I would pull it back out and take all 33 seconds that are left in the game.
And speaking of 33 seconds, that's what's left in the timeout. So we'll take that timeout to ourselves here. The final timeout of the first half. Holy Name up by 4. We'll be back on momentarily. (33-8) on the clock in the first half here at Cleveland Heights High School. Holy Name up by 4 over the Riverside Painesville Beavers. If you were just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik, and this has been an exciting game so far, Michael.
Yeah.
Really impressed by Holy Name, really impressed by Riverside as well, how they came out of the gate to start the season.
Yeah, they're trying to trap back.
That one to Steyer's going to be tipped over his head. Steyer's fighting for it and kept in play by Riverside. Lewis tips it out of play. Holy Name had a good thing going. But only 13 seconds off the clock. We'll turn it back to Riverside.
Yeah, that's a 2-2-1 press is hard to get out of. It's really challenging. You've got to stay out of corners. Like that corner shot, a corner pass right there is not the best. Keep it in the middle of the floor. That keeps you out of those traps because that's the whole goal of it.
Nick Knight on Steyer's here with less than 10 seconds. Corner. Montgomery, or Horton, I should say. Now to Montgomery. Montgomery takes in, loses it. Bowen prevents any points. And with 0.05 seconds on the clock, we will have one final play. It'll be on
You gotta
Harden.
draw something up here that's gonna, they're gonna inbound it back here. You gotta try to get, maybe you can get Adam in a corner over here, but on our side over here, but it's going to be hard. You got to get an open shot. You got to just catch and shoot, yeah.
Bowen takes it and hits off of the clock on the top of the hoop. Well, that'll take us into halftime. Holy Name shocking many here as Riverside deemed the favorite going into this game, up by 4, 36-32. So we'll take a break here and be back on after halftime for the exciting conclusion of this game. But before we go to the break, tomorrow at 11 a.m., we'll be back on for Holy Name versus Strongsville Ice Hockey, an exciting game tomorrow at Brunswick Automart Arena. The next week is a lot of games. I believe it's 4 overall next week. Tuesday, Wednesday is boys and girls basketball. The first one being 7 p.m. at North Ridgeville, and the other game being, I believe, a 5:30 start against Horizon at Holy Name. And then the Friday, Saturday, Holy Name's home opener, and I believe potentially the debut of our new booth inside of Holy Name's main gym against North Olmsted at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, we go to LeBron's house, Holy Name, the Lou, 6:30. A great game to end that showcase. But to stay updated in all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated in all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Put on push notifications to be notified when we go live with that. We're going into the break. Be back on after halftime. Back from the break at Cleveland Heights High School is Holy Name hanging on to a 4-point lead over the Riverside Painesville Beavers. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. And Michael, you asked for a halftime question before to give it to you ahead of time. I didn't think of one until now, but if Holy Name wants to win this game, this is something you can think of off the top of your head easily. What do they need to do well if they want to win this game?
Literally everything I've said before, and I'm going to keep saying it all year, and people are going to get mad, but they have to play defense. Like, that's what they live off of. I mean, that is their identity is defense.
You're not wrong. Not at all.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, their identity is defense, and a nice shot there by Adam Humick. And you see those sporadic offensive explosions, but their defense is always consistent, so they need to live off of that.
14 points on the night for Humanick. Leads the scoring for both teams as McKnight leads for his Beavers. Misses that shot. Priest right off the face of Freeman down court. Humanick wide open. Trailing is Montgomery. No, you know it's Harden. Gets it.
Right there. We didn't really do that too well in the first half. Had a few missed layups, but right there, got to keep taking advantage of that.
And Humanick now 16 points on the night. He's really impressed, as now he is looking at tonight the #1 scorer and the #1 option.
Well, right there. That's why he stepped up as a senior on this team and a captain. You'll see him as one of the players that will really step up from last year.
And I'm seeing this for Riverside. Looking at last year, he lost those 5 seniors. Your top returning scorer, Andrew Taggart, 14.5, 4.9 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. He's not suited tonight. That is a big reason why Riverside's struggling. And I did the math. They lost around 50 points per game of scoring after last year. Corner, that one out of bounds. Montgomery couldn't corral it in.
Riverside came out in the first quarter.
You're fine here.
In the first quarter, they came out so aggressive, energized. They looked way better than Holy Name. Ever since really halfway to go in that first quarter, Holy Name has dominated this game. It doesn't necessarily look like that in the scoreboard, but they have dominated this game.
Humanick, another corner 3 for 19 points. Bang! Adam Humanick from downtown!
Gotta feed the hot hand, and timeout Riverside, full timeout.
Holy Name up by 12! Who saw this coming going into tonight?
I told you, you asked me who was gonna win this game at halftime. And I said, whoever comes out of the half better. Well, right now, Holy Name has came out of the half way better than Riverside. Riverside has come out completely flat. Holy Name energized, being aggressive, playing defense, and it shows.
If Riverside wants to get back in this game, they're going to need to change something in the next 40 seconds of this timeout. So we'll take a break. 40 seconds left in the timeout. Holy Name up 12 over Riverside Painesville. .6:35 left to go in the third quarter at Cleveland Heights High School. Michael, as you said, whichever team came out better to begin the third and the beginning of the second half would most likely win this game. And Holy Name up 12. Riverside yet to put a point on the board yet. What needs to change for Riverside, Michael?
They need to be more aggressive. I mean, again, we're going to keep talking about this. They came out of the locker room so aggressive, and they haven't been able to match that aggression yet.
Harden to the basket. That one good over Humanick. Their first points of the new half. Bowen goes behind the back to keep possession against Harden. Does it again. Bowen going one-on-one against Harden. He's going to drive, take that floater. That one no good, but a foul on the Beavers. I believe the culprit being Matt Priest as he put his hands up. That will send Bowen to the charity stripe for 2.
Something I don't really get, which I mean, I understand it. You have to slow the ball down every once in a while. But Holy Name plays so much better basketball when they are pushing the ball up and down the court and they're running laps around other teams.
That first one from Bowen is good.
I don't necessarily get why they slow the ball up so much because they've been so dominant pushing the ball up the court. I mean, I don't have any numbers for it, but watching the game, I can see that they've been so dominant.
That one no good from Bowen. Rebound there by Montgomery. And now McKnight will take it up. But here's a good game comparison for you. Holy Name Padua last year. That 3 there, no good from Durkin. Rebound by Stiers. But I say that game for the reason of, if you look back to that first quarter, it was a tight first quarter. And then the floodgates open and Holy Name really pounded the points on the Bruins.
I felt like we saw that a lot last year. They kind of came out flat, but that third quarter was their quarter last year where they just took over teams.
And another one, North Olmsted. They were down at the end of the first quarter and won big. And an off-ball foul
on Riverside.
On Riverside will give Holy Name back possession.
This is where you create something right here. You create something out of this inbound pass. Make something happen.
Look for someone to try to make a run here. Try to get open and just take a triple. I would like to see that as they're lining up.
As you see Adam just go out to the three-point line and just take a shot right there.
There it is. Humanek, that one no good. That might be his first missed three as Patton helps him up off the ground. Fast break bobbled there by Durkin. Goes out of play. Holy name bailed out as Steyer, the only one who can make it back in time to try to give an effort on it.
Yeah, there's just hustle back up and down the court. I mean, they're just out hustling them.
You can't teach hustle. You
Yeah.
can. It's just hard to do.
Got to be the best conditioned team in the GLC. I'll tell you that.
They might be. Just depends what some other teams. I think the biggest competitor this year is Westlake.
I think that's Coach Patton's motto. You got to be the most aggressive, most conditioned. You're gonna run laps around other teams.
Steyer's wide open from downtown. Bang for Drew Steyers! Lucky number 13 for him on the night. McKnight kicks out. Durkin takes it side. Charge on Steyers.
Get a block on
And get a block instead, going against Steyers.
He was moving his feet.
What do you think about that one?
That's a good call. That's a good call.
I think it could have gone either way. He might have been.
He was moving his feet. He was sliding with the ball. I will say he kind of like dropped an elbow in, or a shoulder into him.
That's what I was more referring
That's
to.
gonna be.
He was still moving against that.
It's kind of a.
But it wouldn't have been a charge. It would have not really been a charge as Steyers makes up for it and gets back possession.
Oh, they're gonna say stepped out of bounds. Riverside ball.
And now Holy Name now up by 14. I think that's the biggest lead of the night.
It is. That's basically by any team tonight.
But going into the season, Holy Name needed to make a statement because next week you play against the Division III champion Lutheran East. If Holy Name plays like they did in that first quarter, Lutheran East is going to take advantage of that and run rampant on this defense.
I feel like it's a big statement game for Holy Name. See what they have a really hard schedule this year. A lot tougher than last year. Not taking anything away from last year's team, but they had a pretty easy schedule. Looking at the books, this year it's going to be a challenging year.
And I have a number for you on that schedule last year, and that'll be a travel there going against Hardin Holy Name ball.
Wow.
But Michael,
I thought they were going to call a foul on Adam there. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Nate.
But going from last year, Holy Name had 23 games, 21-2. How many teams that Holy Name played, you can count repeats in here, had more than, they went 500 or better? How many teams?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I mean, I could do the research on it if you want me to.
It's 6.
Is it?
It's 6.
As a, oh man, just a not-focused play right there again. Just kind of losing the ball. I mean, you gotta, they're just kind of losing focus half a second, and you lose the ball there, and it gives up the possession.
I'm gonna do my best to run through these real quick here. You got Lake Catholic, you got Lutheran West, you got Normandy twice, you got Strongsville, and you got one more, Westlake. There you go, those are the 6.
And you lost to one of those. That was your one of your two losses right there.
That one being a 10 and 15 Benedictine.
Yeah.
Corner 3 now for Durdella. That one in and out, no good for the Beavers. Steyers corrals it in off the board.
Push the ball up the court right here.
Bowen to the hoop. That one no good as he goes to the ground. Triple team there from Holy Name as
Now they got to get back on defense. It's a 3-on-1.
Drew Steyers just a block in there. Job's not done quite yet. Hardin misses out the front of the rim. That one goes in as Kyle Hardin finally puts it away. Bowen, Steyers open under the hoop, gonna take it out instead. Holy Name up by 12.
Joe Lewis ready to check in at the next stoppage of play. Probably for Julian, I would say.
Steyers
Moving
drives.
screen.
And another foul against Holy Name. You see, like, the story of this quarter has not been really scoring. It has been for Holy Name as they're outscoring Riverside 12-4.
It's been a kind of sloppy. Ever since
That's what I was
that
gonna
time,
say.
it's been a little sloppy. Yeah.
I was going to say useless fouls.
Yes, they've kind of been dominating them offensively and defensively, but they feel like they've been doing it kind of sloppy.
And you're right, it will be Julian Freeman checking out of the game for Joe Lewis. Kirks takes it inside on Lewis, kicks to the corner. Nice ball moved by the Beavers. That three from Durdella, in and out, no good. Rebound, Bowen tipped away by Steyers. Bowen against McKnight. Looking for some help, kicks out. Corner 3 for Steyers. That one, no good. Humanek gets up there and gets the rebound. The putback, that one off the front of the rim. Humanek, another rebound, but that one into the hands of Montgomery. A fast break opportunity for the Beavers. That shot is no good. The putback from Montgomery is good. Picking up Kohler's miss.
Gotta get a body.
Bowen bobbles, keeps it in play, barely looking out to step out of bounds. He'll take a 3 of his own from the corner. That one, no good. Stiers, rebound. Butler. Maxwell Bolin will now take it inside after bobbling. Floater. That one in and out, no good. Rebound, Bolin again. He tries his luck again. That one finally goes in.
On the offensive glass. I mean, if I'm a Riverside coach, I'm really mad about that possession.
And Bolin the block for the foul, I believe, will go against him. I was going to say, second chance points and Holy Name, you're up by 12. Stop shooting the triple. It's not working right now.
Well, they've been kind of cold on offense for a little while now. I mean, they've been struggling. Maybe here you slow it up, get something going maybe. I know that I said earlier, pushing the ball has been working really well, but I mean, it hasn't worked that well in the past couple of years.
That shot from Cole good.
Maybe you see someone slow it up there a little bit. Create something, set a pick.
I would like to see Holy Name do like a 20-25 second possession, slow the game down, and force Riverside because they're starting to gain some momentum here. If you split the quarter in half, Riverside looks better.
Yeah, they're on a 5-0 run right now. Actually, sorry. Or actually 5-2. I'm sorry.
It stays 5-2 as Stiers gets in there and picks up the rebound. Humanek looking for some numbers. Will take it up the court for the Green Wave. With now around 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter, played open the 2023-24 regular season. Humanek, corner three contested by 2. That one no good. Tipped out. Butler corrals it in.
Another offensive possession for Holy Name. I mean, they've been really good on the offensive glass and a great drive.
What a pass from Aiden Butler to Adam Humanek. Oh my goodness.
You don't see Aiden Butler on the scoreboard a lot, but he has his presence felt. 21 for Adam.
He's good at picks on the football field. He's good at pinpoint passes on the basketball court. Humanek now to 21 on the night.
Yeah, Aiden doesn't even have a point yet, but yeah, I mean,
his creation is there. That's kind of, it's not the same as Joey Abraham, but starting to kind of fill that role slightly. You're getting there. And as Camargo takes it over Stiers. Stiers, the finger roll. It will be a foul against the Beavers as Drew Stiers will not go to the line.
Take advantage of your line shots too. I mean, they did well with that last year.
I give you a stick for calling it the charity strike, but in this quarter, it really has been the charity strike. Looking at it, like we said, a lot of sloppiness. This one, it's a warranted foul, but a decent amount of ones that pretty much give it the name the charity strike. That shot good from Stiers.
You gotta convert on it. That's why it's the charity strike. I mean, they're giving you free shots basically. Because, I mean, you should have made the shot before because that's why they fouled you, so you would make the shot. So you gotta go make these then.
That shot from Stiers also good. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. They get a 54-39 Holy Name lead as the miscommunication now sends Kirks to take it up for the Beavers. Kirks on Lewis driving to the hoop. That one, no good, but a foul, I believe, will go against Joe Lewis, which will now send Riverside right back to the charity strike.
Yeah, they're just trying to create something, I feel like. At Riverside, I mean, they just haven't had a lot of offense this half and just trying to create something. That will put Holy Name in the bonus. That'll put Riverside in the bonus.
That's something to watch for the next minute. 3 Holy Name will definitely have to be careful.
You know, a lot of fouls. Kind of been sloppy. I mean, they've been spread out. Everybody's got 1 or 2, but
it's the first game of the year.
Yeah, we just got to give them a few. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it really took Holy Name until your first game that you covered. That shot, no good. Rebound by the Beavers. We'll go back to that one in a second as Riverside trying to get something going here on the offensive, not from the charity stripe. Dordello pulls up from long range. That one, no good. Rebound by Brown. Corner, kicks inside Kolar. Back outside the arc. Dordello drives on Lewis. That shot, no good, but I believe once again, Joe Lewis surrenders another foul. That'll be, I believe,
well, we'll see who it's on.
Second.
Oh no, it's on.
Joe Lewis. Andrew Cole now set to check in. But what I was saying, it was your first game that you covered against Valley Forge that Holy Name really ironed things out. That Fairview game the week before was rough. Holy Name struggled a lot in that game as that first shot was good.
I know, it's first game. I mean, you always got to find something. A new group of guys, they got to get going together. I mean, learn how each other play. I mean, you can't simulate a game in practice. You can try the best you can, but you can't. I mean, you can't.
That shot good as well from the Beavers. But going into this year, all the big rankings, as that one taken in.
Stepped out of bounds.
Who can Holy Name back the ball and stepped out? But all the big rankings really docked Holy Name. You saw all the top 10s for Division II that Holy Name and them going to the playoffs last year just dropped them completely. Just dropped them well below. Holy Name making a case they should really be put back in there. Not even a top 25 of the Northeast Ohio rankings. Behind teams like Glenville, who only made it 2 rounds further. Stiers, the finger roll goes in.
There, pushes off the court. Good easy basket inside.
Durkin working on Butler, now Stiers passes it inside. That one from Brown is good. Drew Brown, I believe that might be his first bucket of the game, and it is.
They can't let so much penetration, and there you go again.
That one no good. Rebound by Dirks. Humanek fighting for it. Double team there by Holy Name. That one goes out of play, and I believe it did just hit the shoe of Camargo. So Riverside will keep possession, now down by 12 with 11-1 left to go in the third. Following the conclusion of this game, follow Holy Name Broadcasting's Instagram and Twitter as we will have an interview with Coach Patton and potentially a couple other players after the main media session is done. Those will be up later on tonight. Butler fighting for possession. He's just not going to be able to do so as McKnight just does enough. Riverside, one last opportunity to score before the third quarter is out. They need to get the shot up now. Durkin won't get it up. Holy Name's defense holds once again. So that's the second quarter in a row where Riverside had the last shot and couldn't get a good quality shot off.
The second quarter we had the shot going off.
It got off, but it was technically blocked still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But still, Holy Name's defense held. And now 12 minutes left to go with Holy Name up by 12, looking for win number 1 and win number 22 in the last 2 years. We're back on to bring you the fourth quarter momentarily. Eight minutes left to go in tonight's contest to begin the 2023-2024 regular season. Holy Name up by 12. Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Michael,
You asked me a question right before we went on, and you already know what I'm going to say, and everybody already knows what I'm going to say.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, you can ask the question, sure.
What does Holy Name need to do differently? I'll change it.
Differently.
There you go,
Okay,
Michael.
okay.
I'm keeping you on your toes.
Okay.
Look, I didn't put you on camera today. That'll be the next time.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
What does Holy Name need to do differently to win and hold with a 12-point lead in hand right now? What do they need to do differently is the key.
Don't give up second chance points.
There you go.
That's the same thing as defense as I was going to say before, but yeah, don't give up second chance points. I mean, get the defensive rebound, slow it up, and I mean, you have the lead, you have a big lead, so just
And
play
create
the fourth
second
quarter.
chance points.
Yeah, and create second chance points. Go pound the offensive glass. But I mean, really, get back on defense because, and then you got to travel there, and really get back on defense because you can sacrifice a few offensive boards for better defense. I mean, you don't necessarily need to score points. You're not down. You're up by quite a few. You're up by 12. So I mean,
You just got to hold.
you don't want to be too conservative, but you don't need to be crazy. You don't need to be crazy aggressive.
McKnight, that one no good. Bowen, this is the kind of points you're talking about. Bowen, the finger roll is in.
I mean, you take those points all night. Why not? I mean, now just get back on defense, though. I mean, you don't need to do anything too crazy. You don't need to be over-conservative, but don't be over-aggressive either. Don't get burned.
Corner 3 now for Gardella. That one good by Gardella.
So you can't go for those corner threes like that. You can't get burned like that. You can't let some easy drives inside either, though. So
Humanek against Dirks. That one no good. Stiers right there to put it away for the Green Wave.
right place, right time. It was.
It's been a while. Holy Name has 3 players in double-digit scoring and almost 2 with 20+. That one no good. But I believe they're going to get Cole on the foul as Kurtz went to the ground. So now they send him now to charity stripe. That'll be Andrew Cole's 3rd foul of the contest. Freeman to check in a minute, most likely for him. First shot from Kurtz is good. Freeman subs in now for Andrew Cole.
You still have 7 minutes left, but. And I mean, those are valuable learning minutes for Andrew Cole there. I mean.
I like the idea, though, you can put him back in later. That you definitely can. That one, good. Once again,
Yeah, you
Riverside.
don't want to burn that bridge. You don't want to have them rack up so many so early in the fourth.
Kind of how Christino in that Benedictine game, I believe it was, had 3 fouls in the first. We used them later on, but we pulled them early on in that game to get.
Yeah, you want to keep them in there later.
Ball under the hoop. That one no good. And now they're going to call it a foul on the shot. Definitely was close. I'm not going to say it was potentially a travel. It was close to being one.
No, he was good. The whole point of that shot was to get fouled. I mean, he wasn't going to make that.
That first one off the front of the rim and off the backboard. Holy Name up by 11 with 6:43 left to go. His second. That one in and out, no good. Over 2 from the line there. Bolin misses that shot as well. Humanek fighting for him, but Montgomery takes it in the end. A fast break opportunity for the Beavers. Butler kept back shrewdly by Coach Patton to potentially defend. It'll be Stires defending instead, and he does just enough. Stires takes it up court after Freeman passes to him. Stires coast to coast. That one no good, but a foul against Kirks. Drew Stires, once again, a shot that wasn't meant to be made, just to get foul.
I don't think he was even shooting it there. I think it was a floor foul, yeah.
I think he did just enough as it looked like it was going to be fouled just to try to get something out.
That's a shooting foul?
That's what I was saying. The way they did, I think they're going to.
I don't think that was shooting.
I don't think
he was in the shooting motion.
I think if you look at it, I think the fact that it was up past his chest is why they were saying that was a shot. I think that one is no good.
I mean, he had a better angle than me, really. I mean, the guy was kind of blocking it, but I didn't think he was necessarily in the shooting motion.
Like I said, the only thing I saw is that the ball maybe was above his chest, and that's what I saw potentially. I don't know.
I don't know the rules on it either. I can't tell you.
Stires goes 1 for 2 from the line. Holman Name up by 12.
Now just get back on defense and play defense. I mean, you got 6 minutes to play defense for.
Kirks working on Freeman. That one blocked by Freeman, but a foul on Freeman nonetheless. I believe the third possession in a row that Holman Name has surrendered a foul.
I know. Both teams have 3 fouls already.
A sloppy minute 45 to begin the fourth.
I mean, it's been a lot of fouls called for both teams.
It'll be Des Kirks to take the first. That one good.
I mean, really, it's the whole game. They haven't really been able to score on offense. I'm sorry, they really haven't been able to score on offense in the second half. I don't know the numbers, but I mean, a lot of their points come from the free throw line because just unnecessary fouls necessarily. But
and speaking of that, Riverside, credit to them. They've done an excellent job of making the most of their opportunities they've had at the line.
Yeah, I mean, you always convert your line shots.
I don't have the numbers on it, but I would go on a limb and say they have made more points than Holy Name has at the charity stripe tonight.
Well, they've been at the foul line a lot more than Holy Name.
Even if you average it out, I'd say they still have the average lead.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure there'll be an emphasis come Monday for practice with Coach Patton, as there's always something to work on going into a big game against North Ridgeville on Tuesday night. The jumper there from Bowen barely goes in, but a nice job there from Bowen to get a nice quality shot off.
Another 12-point lead once again, so they're holding that lead pretty consistently.
Priest working on Freeman now inside the paint. That one good by Matt Priest. Now a 10-point lead for Holy Name, and now this is where you slow things down.
I mean, that would be my thought. I mean, take your time on your possession unless you get a good shot. I mean, like that.
Not a good shot, but a nice finish from Drew Stires nonetheless.
Coach Patton called the timeout. Wants to talk it over. Basically, talk about how he wants to approach the final, what was it, 5:30 to go in the game?
A 65 to 53 lead for Holy Name, up by 12. We said take quality shots. That one for Drew Stires. He created his own shot there. Give him now to 21 points on the night. Tied with Adam Humanek so far on points for the night. Makes our decision tough here, and mine especially for the Keon Sports Player of the Game. But that one will be announced later in the games. There's still more that needs to be seen here to decide between those two. It's definitely down to either Humanek or Stires. I just need to see a little bit more to kind of give it. Right now, it's a toss-up. But with that, we'll go to break here. Holy Name up by 12 with a couple minutes left to go in tonight's contest. 5:29 left to go in tonight's contest. Holy Name up by 12 once again over the Riverside Beavers. They're trying to cut it once again. This three from Gardella, no good. Fires the rebound, but if you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Bolin, right to the hoop, the finger roll in. Give him 17 on the night. Holy Name might get to the point where they have 3 players of 20 plus.
I mean, that would be something that really didn't happen last year. A lot of scoring came from one player, and it's maybe a little different for this team. It's sharing the ball around a little bit more, maybe you see.
Drudella.
Spread the love.
It'll be Harden from the free throw line. The jumper goes in for Harden. Timeout Riverside as they will call the timeout. With 4:48 left to go, Riverside once again down by 12. It seems like that will be the most likely outcome of this game, a Holy Name win by 12. That seems the way this game's gone.
They've been able to hold a 12-point lead almost the entirety of the fourth quarter here. So
it'll be a minute
still
timeout.
Plenty of time to go. So
minute timeout. We'll take a minute timeout of our own here as Holy Name up by 12 looks to seal the deal. .48 left to go in tonight's contest. Holy Name, if you left for a couple minutes, the score really hasn't changed much, and the point of the deficit. Holy Name's still up by 12. Chris tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Camargo kicks it out. Butler to Max Bolin. Max Bolin, 17 on the night.
I'm going to say that they spread it out here, and they take their time on this possession.
Bolin
no need to run around here.
Styers to the hoop. That one will be a foul, and Styers will go to the charity stripe.
Oh, he felt that one.
It was kind of a reminder of the first game he did last year at Fairview, where watching back the overtime, he absolutely slammed against the ground, but finished that game.
Yeah, he landed right on his shooting hand too. Great.
And then in discussion, unless Adam Himinek outscores Drew Styers in the next 4:25, Keon Sports Player of the game. 22 points, he is now the top scorer.
Yeah, and that's one part of his game that he's worked on in the offseason has really been his offense.
But the decision came down here. Adam, if this was going to be a game where I gave a co-player of the game, it would be this one, but you got to look at the defensive aspects of the game. Drew Styers, his defense has been impeccable today.
Yeah, play after play, and on the offensive defensive glass has been remarkable.
And now Christian goes over the line there for a violation. Coach Patton not happy. It looks like he might go to the bench for a substitution.
Don't even have to. I mean, what's the point there? I mean, you're not trying to go get the rebound. You're up by a bunch. Really, you should be going through the motions and just winning this game.
I agree with you, but Holy Name, down 13, that one will be...
What a block by Aiden.
Oh! I don't agree with that one, Michael.
What a block by Aiden.
I don't agree with that call on the court. I think that was a block. But they like to do
play
that.
By Aiden.
They like to do that where it's a jump ball for no reason. I don't see it.
It's high school basketball for you.
This is where you need Cam. Bull, don't lie.
Right here.
Bolin looking for point number 19. He is fouled.
Oh, that was a block. That was definitely a block.
His seat on both sides.
I'm going to be unbiased on that. That was definitely a block.
Oh, yeah. I can see that one being a block.
I think.
But I don't know. If the first one was called a jump ball, I think that was a jump ball too.
No.
It was similar but different.
Aiden was kind of holding the ball a little bit because it didn't kind of like roll out of his hands. And that one, he kind of just slapped the ball, and Bolton couldn't get up around with the ball.
That one off the rim, no good. Holy Name still up by 13. This has been a really long fourth quarter. Good to say that.
He's been struggling from the line tonight, though, too, Bolton.
Bolin looking for point number 18 on the night. Dal Simon, the third highest scorer for Holy Name, and that one good.
I mean, we know he can make them. I mean, that's just, you always, everybody has their day. They're not the best at everything.
Kurtz will take it here.
Oh, wow. Wow. That was a heck of a head fake by Bolin there, I gotta say. Right there, I mean, that's a play.
They're calling that a charge or something?
Yeah, they call it a charge on them because Bolin kind of like head faked himself backwards, and
that's some Josh Allen highlights right there.
Yeah.
Bolin to take it up the court after that one. He has 18. Get him to 20 plus. He does not. That one tips out. Butler fights for it.
He's getting that 20. He's getting to 20.
He does not. Steyer's rebound. Out. Camargo. Bolin. He got to settle with it.
You know he wants to get to 20 before the end of this game.
He wants to, but he got to dish it off to Humanek. Humanek still looking for some more points. Steyer's to 22. Humanek 21. Bolin 18. Butler still somehow on 0.
And yet, you've seen him the whole game.
Humanek kicks out. Butler.
He has 0, but 3 players are in the range of 20 or 20. They have 20 or about 20.
That will be a foul against Riverside.
That's 4 on Priest there.
So I assume his night will end pretty shortly. He only has 4 points on the night as it stands.
He's going to go as far as he can, I think. I mean, with them being down by 14, I would assume that he's going to go as far as they can.
Number 1, Brady McKnight. That's something to watch as that one's good from Humanek.
You might be right. I guess you're right. I'm wrong because they're taking Priest out right now.
McKnight has had 0 points since the first quarter. That's something to watch here. The last 3 quarters, all the points have basically been scored by Kyle Harden. He was at 11 on the night, the leading scorer for the Beavers. That one from Humanek is good. Does that reopen the discussion? I don't know. Humanek now leads the scoring with 23. McKnight trying to take it. He bobbles it. Butler gets that one. He couldn't be denied too long on defense for some stats.
Here's Bolin for 20.
He gets it! 3 scores in 20-plus form.
I don't think we saw that at all last year.
We did not.
Nate.
No shot
on the floor on Adam.
Holy Name last year, the most points they scored in a game was 84 or 86 against Parma. 73 tonight.
And 3 players in 20-plus points. And I'd say that's more remarkable than the 73 points we scored. And what a play there by Drew. Once again,
Steyer to the basket. That one good from Drew Steyers. 24 for the former number 24.
Does that close your discussion again as he leads it in 24?
It's going to keep going back and forth. That should be a charge.
It's a charge.
It is!
Look at that. That's just being more baseball or basketball IQ. My mind's on baseball already. That's maybe more basketball IQ. I mean, it's just effort, really. It really just boils down to effort. That's what defense is, really, is effort. And Holy Name has shown a lot of effort tonight.
Like I said earlier, I don't think anyone expected Holy Name to come out like this at all. That one a steal there from Harden. Bolin fighting for it. He gets it back for a second, and that'll be a push. They're pointing at Bolin. I believe it will be against him.
Yeah.
But, Michael, going into today, did you expect to see a 20-point Holy Name advantage tonight?
I expected to see a very close game coming down to fouls and...
I think the metric was 8 that the line was given for this game. Riverside up 8.
Yeah,
it's
was.
It's 28.
It is. That's remarkable. Oh, it's on Riverside. Oh, wow.
Huh. Look at that. Maxwell Bolin will go to the line. He has 20. If he gets 5, I don't know.
If he gets to 22, he gets to 22 here.
That one makes it 21. Does Holy Name get to 80 tonight?
Ooh, it's very, very viable. It is very, very viable. There's 2:30 to go in this game.
He sinks both.
There's been one heck of a fourth. It's been one heck of a long fourth quarter.
Worth a 30-minute drive out here, Michael, to see this?
Oh, man.
That one from long range from Durkin. He drains a triple. Been a long time since we've heard Colin Durkin, but he makes an impact once again.
He comes back in.
That one a 3 from Camargo. Camargo, that one no good. Bolin tips it out of bounds. It'll be Riverside ball.
Right there, going after the offensive glass.
But
I don't know, 209, I don't know. It's going to be close. It is only 3 points.
I'll say this now. 24 for Steyers, 23 for Humanek, and 22 for Max Bolin.
That's one heck of a scoring line if you look at it.
You did not see that last year.
And only 58 on defense, so only 58 points given up.
That three from Durkin, no good. Rebound by Butler. Butler might not be the tallest man on the court, but he sure has hops. Bolin inside. Humanek, that one, no good. Fighting for the rebound of Stiers. He gets it, that one hit, and I believe that'll be a foul. Stiers could get the 26 on the night now.
Does Stiers break 30?
I don't know.
No,
minute 45 left to go in a game where Holy
not gonna
Name
break.
has all but sealed.
Yeah.
Up 19.
I don't think they're gonna be too aggressive on offense here. Just expect to see taking them long possessions and good shots, and oh, that hurts.
That one no good. But Holy Name to improve to 1-0 on the season. Riverside go to 0-1. Riverside last year going 21-4. The earliest loss they had, looking at their losses last year, was against Gilmore, 64-51. We'll be seeing Gilmore. They also lost to Perry, Mayfield, and then Stow Munroe Falls, who knocked them out of the tournament on March 1st. That one good from Stiers. Take him to 25.
What were our most points scored last year? Was 84, right?
84 was against Parma.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Well, we're at 78, and here's two more, hopefully, by Drew. Come on, Drew.
Stiers takes it. That one no good. Bolin, he puts it back. Gets to 80. Maxwell Bolin puts it away.
Can we break it? Minute 30 to go?
Bolin now has 24, outscoring Humanek now.
I can't. I guess I could. It depends on how fast they score.
And that corner three drilled.
I feel Hoyt slowing this game up a lot, taking their time. It's just a matter if they make the shots they take. I mean, that's what it's going to come down, because they're going to take probably at least one more shot.
Stiers drives that one. Good from Drew Stiers. Make it 82. Make Drew Stiers tally even more. Humanek gets it. That one good from Humanek. I am not believing what I'm seeing, Michael. What a game by the Green Wave. Drudella takes it inside. Outside to Kirks. Humanek fighting for it. Humanek gets a piece of it, and it goes out of play. It'll be Riverside ball. And now I double check my numbers here, as I'm going to do the best I can here to get the official number of most points we scored in a game.
I thought it's 84. It's low 80, 86 maybe.
It's either 84 or 86. That's what I'm checking. That shot, no good. Taken out of play. It will be Riverside ball.
Stay here, Riverside, yeah.
As we're loading up max preps here. Oh, how beautiful. 21-2 record last year. Starting off 1-0. Great start. 73 in this game last year. 73-46 win over Kenston. And then you scroll down. 83. 81.
Maybe 83 was the highest.
83 was the highest. We beat it.
Yeah, wow. That's an impressive way to start the season, man. That's setting the bar real high.
And here's a stat for you. In the first girls game, they had the most points they scored in any game since January 4th of 2017, a big win over Beaumont.
Yeah, that was an impressive game I saw over there, Nathan.
You could have been there. That three in the corner, no good. Rebound, Bolin. Well, they might be going for some more here. Now Bolin goes.
They're slowing up. Yeah, they got it.
Patton calls a settle. He might.
Well, I mean, they're gonna go for it. Just keep throwing the ball around. Just keep throwing the ball back and forth, dribbling up and down. This game's over though.
And it will be a hard-fought win, Michael. It's been a while since we've been this excited for a game. It's been a long time coming. It's a great way to start the year. Sound that buzzer. We won it. Holy Name, 8-point underdogs. Forget that. Wins big. 23-point win over Riverside Painesville, 84-61. Michael.
Wow, what heck of a way to start the season, you gotta say. Wow.
And our Keon Sports player of the game goes to Drew Stiers. Among discussion, 27 points on the night. That article will be up by the end of tonight on the Keon Sports website. Our next game will be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Holy Name Ice Hockey against Strongsville. Then 2 basketball games on Tuesday and Wednesday, the first at 7 p.m. at North Ridgeville. Hopefully Michael will be joining us for that one. The game he will not be joining us for will be the girls' game on December 6th, Wednesday at 5:30. Friday, Saturday will end off the week for 2 boys games. North Olmsted at home to open up the regular season, where we hopefully will have our new booth, courtesy of Joe Kuchera, the president of the Boosters. Shout out to him, and as well to Mikey Towardzidlow's dad, Mike Towardzidlow. And then finally, the game at LeBron's house, 6:30 p.m. Holy Name versus St. Vincent St. Mary High School, and we will see interviews on Holy Name Broadcasting, Instagram and Twitter, so follow us over there following this game, as well as step in all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter, find subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube, put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. But with that, That will do it from Cleveland Heights. On the camera, my dad, David Smee. On the scoreboard, Ava Poza. Beside me, Michael Oleksik. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Have a good night, everyone, and go Namers.